The afternoon sun was warm and sleepy in Raju and Priya's village. Raju, who was 6, and his 5-year-old sister Priya were exploring the dusty lane behind Papa Hari's old workshop. Rio, their loyal dog, sniffed at every interesting smell, and Mitthu the parrot sat on Raju's shoulder, observing with bright eyes. "Look, Raju!" Priya pointed to a forgotten corner. Leaning against a mossy stone wall was an old, rusty bicycle. Its paint was peeling, and one wheel was wobbly. It looked sad and very, very ordinary. It's just an old bike," Raju said, poking its flat tire with his foot. "But what if it wants to go on an adventure?" Priya mused, her eyes twinkling mischievously. "What if it wants to fly?" As she whispered her wish, a tiny, almost invisible shimmer passed over the bicycle. A faint, sweet chime, like a far-off bell, seemed to echo in the quiet lane. Raju and Priya looked at each other, their eyes wide. Rio whined softly, looking at the bike. Mitthu flapped his wings. Magic, magic. Suddenly, the rusty frame began to glow with a soft, silvery light. The peeling paint melted away, revealing a sleek, glistening silver. The wobbly wheel straightened and began to sparkle with tiny embedded constellations. 2 shimmering wings, made of pure starlight, unfurled from the sides, soft as silk but strong as dreams. The handlebars twisted into elegant golden vines. It transformed. Raju gasped, his voice full of wonder. "A flying bicycle," Priya squealed with delight. Before they knew it, a gentle pull guided them. Raju sat on the seat. Priya settled in front, holding on to the golden vines. Rio, with a little nudge, found himself on a glowing platform just behind Priya, his tail already wagging. Mitthu fluttered onto Raju's shoulder, ready for the ride. With a soft hum, the bicycle lifted off the ground, floating silently into the sky. Below them, their familiar village transformed into a patchwork quilt of tiny rooftops and winding lanes, all bathed in the warm glow of the setting sun. The river they knew so well became a shimmering silver ribbon. "Look at our house," Raju pointed, a thrill in his voice. "It looks like a tiny toy." They soared past fluffy pink clouds, which felt like soft cotton candy as they brushed past. The air was filled with a melody, not from anywhere in particular, but seeming to come from the starlit wings themselves. They were riding a dream. "This is the best adventure ever," Priya exclaimed, leaning back slightly, feeling completely safe. "And we're doing it together." Raju grinned, squeezing her hand gently. Their friendship felt stronger, woven into the starlight and the hum of their magical ride. They steered through a field of glowing fireflies, who blinked messages of welcome. They circled an ancient, wise-looking tree whose leaves hummed with quiet secrets. Each turn, each new sight, filled them with shared joy and wonder. As the moon began to peek over the horizon, casting a soft pearly light, the bicycle gently descended. It floated silently back down into the very same dusty lane, coming to rest exactly where they had found it. Slowly, the magic began to fade. The starlight wings shimmered and disappeared. The constellations on the wheels dimmed. The golden vines softened back into ordinary handlebars. The sleek silver became dull and rusty again, just an old, forgotten bicycle leaning against the mossy wall. Raju and Priya looked at each other, their eyes shining brighter than any star. They knew. Rio gave a contented sigh, nuzzling Raju's leg. Mitthu gently preened a feather, still humming a tiny tune. Papa Hari's voice drifted from the workshop. "Raju? Priya? Time for dinner." They walked back, hand in hand, a shared secret twinkling between them. they felt a deep warmth in their hearts, not just from the sun, but from their magical journey and the strength of their friendship. Later, snuggled in their beds, the world outside was quiet. Raju closed his eyes, seeing the shimmering starlight wings in his mind. Priya held her teddy bear, a soft smile on her face. Ria was curled up at the foot of the bed, softly dreaming of chasing glowing snowflakes. Mitthu gave a tiny, sleepy chirp, then tucked his head under his wing. Filled with the love of their family and the magic of their shared adventure, Raju, Priya, Rio, and Mitthu drifted peacefully to sleep.